Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to talk about LAC. It is a lithium mining company. I see a ton of upside in this stock. So I wanted to give you my LAC stock price prediction for the end of 2021. So let's jump right in. Alright guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel for me, hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post. There's also a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come over and join the family. We've got an awesome community over there. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks. You'll get links to 5 portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along. I also send out high value swing trade setups, or anytime I map a chart, or I've got, some new education, whatever it is, anything that can help us take our investing to the next level, I try to put it in there. So come check it out. If that's something you're interested in, I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. We've got a couple spots left at like that $5 tier. So come check it out. Day One Squad, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. But guys, let's get started. We got to talk about LAC. This is a stock that I sent out back at the end of June, was it? Yeah, the end of June, I believe, to all the Patreon members. And the reason why I sent it out, guys, is because from the technical aspect, it looked incredible. Like, there is a ton of upside in the LAC stock price in the next couple of months, in my opinion, because the technicals are set up so well. And there's also a lot of upcoming catalysts that I think are going to come in the next year for this company. Guys, they have not done revenue for years, so this is not a fundamental play by any means. We're not going to be looking at cash flow or earnings or anything like that. This is strictly a technical, swing trade / position trade, and also kind of a speculative play on the sense that lithium is set to explode. Upwards of like 500% by 2030. So just the fact that there's that much upside in the industry, I think Lithium Americas is one of those companies that will see a lot of appreciation once that whole movement starts kind of going forward at a higher rate. It's just like investing in EV, guys. Same thing. EVs, renewable energy, solar, defense, any of those things, they need lithium for batteries, whatever it is, battery storage, a lot of different aspects. So, and Lithium America, LAC, is kind of a pure play. They focus on the extraction process, and they've got 2 sites that are projected to be up and running within the next 2 years. So what happens? They, just back in January, they got approved federally for the Thacker Pass mine out in Nevada. And then we were recently waiting on approval on the state level. They were dealing with some litigation on, environmentalists. They were trying to block the land, saying that they were messing up the snail's habitat or whatever. But they recently got approved, so I wanted to show you that article. But I mean, guys, as time goes on and we start really making a transition to more renewable, solar, green energy, lithium is going to become bigger and more dominant as we get closer and closer to that. Obviously, we are not going to ever, transition away from oil and coal and all of that, but lithium is definitely here, and it's here to stay, and it's only going to get more dominant. And the big money, they know that, the government agencies, the hedge fund managers, they know that, they know that any country that does not have lithium is at the mercy of the countries that do. And guys, China is doing everything in their power to win that lithium race. The one thing we got to look at is the Trump administration started like the critical elements, kind of roadmap to getting the U.S. to a point where they're lithium, independent, I guess you could call it. Really just kind of creating a domestic supply chain for lithium batteries, because we invest in EV, right? We invest in solar, we invest in renewable energies. Well, none of those are going to be possible without lithium. And if we get supply shortages or, constraints on our supply chain, if something happens between the countries and we do not have our own domestic supply chain, it could be bad. And so I think Lithium Americas and others, obviously, are very key to bridging that gap. Kind of slowing that, separation between China and the United States in that lithium race. So the reason why I'm investing in this, guys, is not from the fundamental standpoint. It is more so from the speculative, knowing that the industry is growing rapidly, A. B, the technicals are looking really good right now. And C, there's a lot of catalysts that are going to be coming up in the next couple of years with Lithium Americas specifically that could really propel the stock to much higher levels. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the article that I saw that kind of shows the approval back at the end of July, and then we'll take a look at the chart and we'll wrap it up. So let's jump in. All right, guys. So this is the article that I was just saying. So Lithium Americas okay to excavate Nevada mine site, the judge rules. So as you guys can see here, Lithium Americas surged 11.4%. That was back at the end of July when we had that big pop at the open after the U.S. federal judge ruled late Friday that the company may conduct excavation work at its Thacker Pass lithium mine site in Nevada, denying a request from environmentalists who said the work could harm sage grouse and other wildlife. The judge said that the digging, which is needed to determine whether the land holds historical significance for Native Americans, may continue, while she determines the broader question of whether the U.S. government should have cleared the project in January. Environmental groups could not prove specific damage that would be caused by the digging, only hypothetical guesses, the judge said, adding that she will try to publish her final decision by early 2022. So guys, it's not like, everything's in the clear. It's not like everything's just going to be, off to the races from here. There's still a lot of litigation they got to go through. There's still a lot of stuff that's coming that they've got to position themselves to, navigate. But overall, they've got the two sites that are projected to be up and running in the next 2 years. And I want to say that they're even going to start building out this Thacker Pass mine sooner than that. Guys, the one thing you got to realize is they've got government backing on this Thacker Pass. It's already, approved from the federal level. Biden's all about it. There's too much pointing in the direction of yes than there is no, except for a few environmentalists. So I think that the Thacker Pass mine will end up doing just fine. And you got to think, when they've gone from a company that is doing zero revenue for years to a company that's actually generating revenue once that mine's up, I think there's a lot of upside there. So this is their website, guys. You can come and check it out. A lot of cool stuff on here. You can come and see like a company presentation of their Thacker mine. It's right here, and then also of some of their other investments in like Argentina on other mines. So I'm not going to take you through all that. You can go look at that on your own. Really, one thing I wanted to look at, guys, is the chart, because like I said, from the technicals, looks so good. All right, guys. So this is the daily on Lithium Americas. Guys, look at this just textbook bullish bat pattern. Really, really nice with the pattern completion zone at a critical inflection point. It couldn't quite get to that 886, at the D point, the PCZ. But look left, look at why. Because you had a steel wall of resistance from, November 2020, November, back here in September. And when it did break it right here in September, couldn't hold back above it when it tried to back test it, fell below it. Then you had what? You had, some absorption of remaining supply, was able to then break right through it in December. And look at what happens when you break it. Boom, straight to $28, quick and in a hurry. Now, the whole market started correcting, January, February, March, depending on what industry it was. And after hitting that $28 mark, ran all the way back down to reach that $12 mark. Now, why does this look so good, guys? Because after this big harmonic pattern, we had an 88% retrace, a literal 90% sale on LAC, but then you hit this inflection point. You had that pattern completion zone. You held it as support. And then you had the Bulkowski momentum shifting structure. You had that inverse head and shoulders. And don't get me wrong, it's complex. It's not perfect. They're not always going to be perfect. But you had that momentum shift. You had that first low, you had that second low, and then you had that higher low. So big momentum shift. And then you start running up the demand line. You got rejected at 17. Now, when you broke this demand line here, that's obviously not what you want to see, because what do we got here? We have a lower high and a lower low. So it's not like it's just amazing, but I think that when it broke that demand line, it was just absorbing the rest of that supply, because you are already back on top of that demand line, sitting right there at that 200-day moving average. Guys, if you break this $16.30 to $17 range, you break $17, I'll see you at 24. That's the price target. Guys, at the pattern completion, you had triple bullish divergence, class A on both oscillators, and then look at what you had on the second low. You had MACD hidden bullish divergence. So you had continuation implied to the upside, and that's what ushered in the retest of that 1630 range. Now you're getting bullish divergence again, and you tried to build some negative momentum, but you couldn't build it, and you're starting to build your positive momentum again. Your RSI is also coming back to retest that midpoint at 50, at that neutral point, and it's going to start working its way back up towards the bullish control zone if we can keep catching bids. So the way I see this, guys, is you try to get in at the lowest levels that you can down here around 1330, 1350. My price is quite a bit less. I think my price is around $13. I ended up buying it like right here as it touched this demand line, or broke that demand line, and I think I'm up like, I don't know, 9% or something like that. Guys, you're also kind of getting price contraction here. You're getting a tighter range, and you're also getting confluence with this, inflection point and your overall demand line. So you get in here, you absorb all that remaining supply, you absorb all of those orders that are sitting up here, and you blow right through that, back test it. You get a spring, then a spring back test, and you run to $24, like I said, quick and in a hurry. So the daily looks great, guys. The 4 hour looks even better. But look, guys, I mean, you've been in an uptrend since clear back here in March. I mean, that is just a beautiful looking chart right there, guys. Just the context of where the harmonic is with the momentum shifting inverted head and shoulders, the hidden bullish divergence, the bullish divergence, the continuation. Everything looks good, guys. So I really like this. Like I said, I entered back here when it broke the demand, and I think I got in the low 13s, and I'm up, about 10%. I plan on holding this till at least my first target. I've got my stop set right down here below this inflection point. It's a little bit of a loose stop, but I'm okay with that. Again, first price target on this is $24, and I think we could see that by the end of the year, especially if we get some more good news on the Thatcher mine and they keep moving forward on it. Price point after that is $28.75, and then you're in price discovery after that, and who knows where it could go. So guys, again, this is not a fundamental play. You are not investing in this because you love the free cash flow. You're investing in this because you see the potential in lithium, and then you see the chart and everything lines up. You get those coinciding variables, and it kind of the fireworks slide off. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for your support. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always do your own research and due diligence, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.